All right. Hey guys, how's it going? It's Joy. I'm back again with another video. I hope that you guys are doing well and I hope that you guys are staying safe. So, as you guys can see, I do have my natural twist in again. So, I'm just trying to see how that goes. But, anyways, you all, I hope that everybody is having a good Sunday, sunny, and that you guys are enjoying that. Still can't believe it's March, so it's people would say March Madness. So that is a thing, especially if you have lived with a narcissist or you've dealt with this type of individual. They'll definitely try to cause you a lot of madness, a lot of mayhem, right? So just something to be aware of. But anyway, if this is you guys' first time watching me, my name is Joy. I am a narcissist abuse coach, and I have been dealing with narcissists since 2006. And since 2017, I have been helping former victims, now survivors, heal, move on, and recover after dealing with narcissistic abuse. So, today, you guys, I just wanted to talk about a couple things. Really, the biggest thing is really just continuing to move forward on your recovery journey, after dealing with the narcissist. So, I just wanted to reiterate that. So, if you're on your journey, your healing and your recovery journey, I just encourage you guys to continue to keep going forward, to continue to keep progressing and continue doing the things every day that you do that's going to help you to, move forward and be constructive, be progressive, and be, really the best version of yourself, right? Always, I always like to tell people that reach out to me or any of like my students or my clients, like, hey, definitely do little baby steps, right? It doesn't have to be drastic, but just do little things that's going to help you to, move on from the narcissist, that's going to help you um, take a step forward on your recovery process, on your healing process. Is definitely something is better than nothing, right? So it's always good to start. If you never start, then you never know what that's going to be like. So just always be mindful of that. But just let's go ahead and get into the topics here. Um, Let me take a look. Let me see something. Let's see. I know that I did have like the last live that I did, there were some folks that left some stuff in the chat. So I did kind of just want to talk a little bit about that. Let's look here. Yeah, so again, just reiteration, keep moving forward after the narcissist. And the reason why I say is to keep moving forward because, again, I know sometimes there may be setbacks, right? There may be delays, there may be things that's going on, maybe things outside of your control that, could be having an impact on, your situation with the narcissist. It could be outside factors. It could be like your environment, it could be school, it could be work, a living situation and stuff like that. So, again, I just encourage you guys to keep moving forward, keep, focusing on yourself, keep, learn to love yourself, keep learning about yourself, keep learning about the narcissist. If you're still trying to educate yourself on what has happened and, how to, move past it, I always encourage folks to, don't be afraid to reach out. Always, acknowledge the truth. That's one of the biggest things that I like to tell people, is don't try your best not to lie to yourself. I mean, of course, people are going to lie to you, but I feel like the biggest betrayal, the biggest hurt that you can cause is like a self betrayal, right? Where you lie to yourself, or maybe you have illusions about the situation, or maybe you want it to be a certain way, but just always just try to strive for the truth. That cliche quote is the truth will set you free, and it's really true. It's really true. And honestly, I think that's probably why, I have learned and been on my path in different things and situations and scenarios. I realize, the truth, even though sometimes it may hurt, sometimes you may not want to hear it, but it will set you free. And once you know the truth, then you can kind of move accordingly. You can move past it, and continue to keep moving on your journey, your recovery journey, because everybody is in different phases and different stages on their journey, right, as far as healing. And one of the things, just reiteration, I want you guys to remember is, never judge yourself for wherever you're at on your process. I think, I'm not gonna lie to you guys, I feel like that was something that I did. I definitely would judge myself and say, oh, well, I should be here. Oh, I should be on this stage of my journey as far as recovery. But you never know, like abuse affects everybody differently. Like everybody handles abuse differently. Everybody handles pain differently. Everybody handles criticism differently, or everybody handle attacks differently, right? So it just really depends, right? So do keep that in mind. But yeah, you guys, I just wanted to just encourage you. This is just really an encouragement video. I just want you guys to continue to keep moving on. And I know it may be difficult, right? Because you could have a lot of obstacles. Like you could have people, spiritually attacking you. You could have people doing magic on you, right? You could have people gossiping, criticizing, judging you. They don't even know you. They're judging you, right? um you can have people saying like, oh, well, you should do this, oh, you should do that, and oh, why did you date the narcissist, and oh, why this, why that. You definitely will have a lot of like judgment others, a lot of criticism. But I want you guys to always remember, whenever someone judges you, a lot of times they're judging themselves. A lot of times it's usually a projection, right? So a lot of people are always projecting, and a lot of times you just kind of have to come to a point where you just have to not take it personal. And again, that's easier said than done, right? So it's not easy to not take stuff personal because it's coming at you. But you have to learn how to really like not internalize other people's opinions, because that's really all that it is. It's really just an opinion, or it's just a projection of someone else and what they've gone through, and you just happen to be the person that they are taking that projection out on, unfortunately. But that's why it's good to always be doing your inner work and your inner healing, so that way when people do project on you, it's just like, oh, you can recognize like, oh, that's not me, that's that individual. You get what I'm saying? So you can kind of see it from that perspective, which is very helpful, right? Give me 1 second, guys. Sorry, I'm trying to find my mouse. Okay, there we go. I'm like, where's my mouse at? So, but anyways, you guys, again, I do want to say thank you all for your continuous support. I really do appreciate you guys. Please continue to keep liking the videos, leaving comments, leave nice comments. I know unfortunately, there's some haters out there. And that's the biggest thing for me. I guess God has really helped me to understand this journey. But when I first came on this YouTube channel, like, it was never a thing where people were like, oh, this person has this amount of views, or this person has this many people looking. Like, I never looked at it like that, like years ago. And I still don't. I really don't care about that. But it's very interesting how the world is. Like, a lot of times things are all about views and how many people's watching you and how many people's liking it. Like, I really do not care. And so I find that to be interesting. Now people will judge you based off of how many views you have, or how many followers you have, or how many comments you have. It's just like, I really, unless it's a person that wants to get help from a narcissist, or you do have narcissists that leave comments, narcissists that email you and stuff, or narcissists that would try to do magic on you, right? And so you do have that. But it's just interesting to know that that's how people are these days. And honestly, I'm just glad that that's not me. And, anyone that I help and support, hopefully you feel that and know that I'm not judging you, because, I've been where you are. And, I don't have a right to judge anybody because I'm not perfect. You get me? But I find out that that's really an interesting dynamic, how people will judge you based off of like the stuff that, like little stuff that really is mundane, in my personal opinion. Like I said, I don't care about views. I don't care about likes. I mean, it's good to like it. And the reason why I always tell you guys to like it is because other people can see it. Like, it's not be like, oh, I have this amount of likes. You get what I'm saying? So I don't know. I just find that to be very ironic, and kind of like, I don't know, like, it to me, it's so what do you call it? There's a word that I want to use. It's so um I'm not gonna say mundane, but to me, I feel like that's so low level type of like criticizing this. It's like you're judging somebody because of off of their views, or you're judging somebody off of their likes or the comments that they do or do not have. And it's just like that's so stupid. Or so shallow. That's what I meant to say. That's so shallow. I think it's just like that's so dumb. Like that's like really not even the point, you know? But it is what it is. But anyways, it's just crazy. Like initially when I first started making videos, like and still the same way, it's just like it's really about helping others, but I guess some people have really taken it to the extreme where they're just like doing other stuff with it, and it's really sad like how the state of most people, not everybody, but a lot of people unfortunately think that way and behave that way. So it is what it is, to each his own. But anyway, but yes, God, I just want to encourage you guys to continue to keep moving forward, to continue to keep pressing on, and continue to, stay away from the narcissists, stay away from toxic people, stay away from toxic friends, toxic family members, because a lot of times when people are toxic, I'm not saying that they're doing it on purpose, but people know what they're doing for the most part. You get what I'm saying? And if a person is behaving in a toxic way, it's just like, hey, that's what they want to do, unless they're getting help. Like if you could see like, hey, this person wants to get help, because again, no one's perfect and everybody has things that they want to work on, and I get it, but it just comes to a point where it's just kind of like, okay, like we need to assess something. You get what I'm saying? So, just make sure you're an individual where, if you see like, hey, I have some things that I need to work on, that you're actively moving forward, you're actively doing the work you need to do, instead of just like, judging other people, and you haven't looked yourself in the mirror and seen like, okay, this is how I behave. You get what I'm saying? And then complain about it and be like, oh, why is this happening? It's like, well, look at the stuff that you're doing to people. You get me? So yeah, I just thought that I mentioned that. But yes, you guys, so just keep pressing on, keep moving forward, you guys, on your recovery, and it'll definitely get better in due time. Yeah, and the reason why I mentioned just moving forward is because when you're able to move forward beyond the abuse, narcissistic abuse, or just toxicity, period, or just ending cycles, or just certain behaviors or attitudes, or the ways in which like you're showing up in relationships and stuff like that. When you're able to recognize a behavior pattern, or just a way in which you're showing up in a situation or a connection, and you're like, hey, I don't like this, like, you get what I'm saying? Or if someone is behaving a certain way to you and you're acknowledging like, hey, I don't like this, when you are able to make that change and do something different, I'm telling you guys, you are going to be a lot happier, and you are going to be a lot stress free. You're going to be less stressful, right? Or less stressed. And the reason is because you're setting boundaries, you're asserting yourself, you're standing up for yourself, and you're telling people like, hey, I don't appreciate the toxicity. I'm good. If you want to be toxic, go ahead, by all means. You get what I'm saying? And you're not saying that that person is bad or anything like that. You're just like, hey, I don't want to show up that way, and I don't want to behave that way, and I don't want to be around anybody that is. That's just, I've outgrown that, and I'm ready for something different. You get me? And so sometimes that's not easy, because again, people will hate you, people will curse you, they will do magic on you, they will judge you, they'll, gossip, and who knows whatever they do. Like, you get what I'm saying? Like, and it's just like, none of that is really your fault. It's not your fault. You don't owe anybody anything, just like they don't owe you anything either. And so, you're only responsible for yourself at the end of the day. Like, you're responsible for yourself and your kids. And really, if someone is not like respecting you, or your time and your energy and efforts, then there just needs to be some adjustments made. So yeah, I just want to reassure you, like, if you made a decision, let's say, you are no longer accepting less than what you deserve, or you're cutting out toxic situations or toxic environments or toxic behavior patterns, I just want to say continue to keep doing that. Continue to keep doing what makes you happy. Continue to keep doing what makes you more peaceful, less stressed, less anxiety, less just fearful. You may feel fearful. You may have anxiety. You could start to feel depressed, or you could feel low on energy. You could feel drained. You could feel like you're not able to focus. Just remove yourself from people, places, and things that cause you to feel that way. Now, if you feel like you're stuck, if you feel like you can't move, then obviously, you got to plan things out and do what you need to do into the meantime. But I just want to encourage you guys to just be yourself. And it's okay to, like, maybe not to be okay sometimes, but it's also okay to know your worth and your value, and never to accept less than what you deserve. I'm telling you guys, like, it's no other feeling. Because the reason why I say that is because because sometimes you may have to isolate yourself, right? I'm pretty sure you guys have seen videos like that on YouTube, where you may have to isolate yourself, or maybe God will isolate you from other people. And the reason that God is doing that is because he's protecting you from something that you can't see. Because the thing is, remember, I always tell you guys, God can see beyond this, right? Because God can see a person's heart. Just like we can't see a person's heart, we can only see a shell of a person, but God can see the intention of that individual that you're around. God could maybe hear conversations that you didn't hear, or God can hear plans that people have made against you, people that may have wicked plans or wicked intentions towards you, or manipulative intentions towards you. God can see that, but you can't. You get me? So that's the reason why I love God a lot, is because God will definitely reveal a lot of things to me, and visions a lot. And sometimes it can be kind of like, oh man, God, like, but God, that's the good thing about God, is that he's God's the truth. Like, that's why I love the truth a lot, because even though sometimes it can hurt, sometimes it can be sad, or it can be disappointing, but it's like, at least you know the truth. You get me? And I don't know, I just find that the more you are honest with yourself, you can be honest with others. And that's how I find you build your confidence. Like, the more you tell the truth, the better off you feel about yourself. That's how I think you begin to learn love yourself, because you're like, dude, like, I'm being honest with myself. Like, this is the situation, this is what's going on, it is what it is. Now I have a decision to make. you know so I find that a lot of people, especially like a narcissist, likes to live in an illusion, because they can pretend and not be themselves, right? And they can do things and behave in a certain way, and that suits them, to you, whatever, that's on the narc. But the thing is, sometimes the narcissist can have a way of affecting you, right? And so you just have to make sure that you are doing your inner work, and remember, moving forward, so that way whatever the narcissist is trying to do to you doesn't affect you. Even, let's say, if they're doing magic on you, or they're gossiping, or doing rituals or spell work, it's just like, hey, you just send it back to them tenfold. Whatever it is that they're sending to you, you just say, return to sender. you know and so that kind of helps with that. And so, but yeah, so you do have a lot of that going on. Let's take a look here. Make sure you guys give this video a like if what I'm saying, it resonates, and if you feel it a little bit. But yeah, and again, just keep in mind, you will have setbacks and delays as far as like your recovery journey. um Never be in a rush to heal. You're gonna have to heal, you guys. You can't skip it. Now, you can try to skip it. You can try, but trust me, it's always gonna show up. you know you can't skip that. That's really the process, right? That's the recovery journey, the recovery process. And that's what I found, that it was difficult for me. I'm not gonna lie, like, that recovery phase for me was a challenge, because it's not easy, and I had to do it by myself. I didn't have anyone there but God, of course. I had God. But initially, healing it's a lot. Give me 1 second. Hold on 1 second, guys. I'll be right back, okay? Okay, sorry about that, you guys. I'm back. I had to go and grab something, but yeah, you guys. So again, I just wanted to, let you know, yeah, just continue to keep, moving forward, you guys, and you know, just working through anything that could be coming up. Give me 1 second, you guys. Bear with me one moment here. Okie dokie. Let's take a look. Okay. And there was also some like prayers that I saw because I have this Bible app on my phone. So it says feeling overwhelmed. It says find solace in prayer. So, that's always good, especially on your recovery. I like this one. It says, when my father and my mother forsake me, it says, then the Lord will take me up. I felt that so much, especially, for those of you that, you know, are working through like inner child healing. Like that's a big one. So if you feel like, maybe like your mother and your father like abandon you, then it just says the Lord will take you up. And honestly, sometimes that also goes into like reparenting yourself, which I think, is something that a lot of people, especially, if they dealt with abuse, then that could really, really help in, to find some comfort in that. Let's see here. Um uh Yes, it says rejoice in evermore, pray without ceasing, and everything give thanks. I like that. That one's good. It says start your Bible plan study and conquer negative emotions. So, for those of you dealing with the abuse, you could definitely have negative emotions and stuff like that. So, um, not saying that you have, I mean, you can look at the Bible, but it's also other things that you can do to kind of help, as far as, working through any negative emotions that you could be feeling. So, whether if it's like depression, anxiety, or, CPTSD and sadness, overwhelmedness and, fear and all kinds of things, right? Or just not feeling good enough or not feeling like you're worthy or just feeling just down in the dumps or whatever, so, or it could just be like heartbroken or just empty, basically, so a lot of people deal with that as well. But give me 1 second, you guys. But yeah, hopefully that was helpful though. Let me take a look here. Let's see what we got regarding that. I did want to pull up the chat because there was some stuff that so pull that up here. Sorry about that, you guys. I have to put myself on mute. All right, so it says open panel. So let's see. Okie dokie. Let's see, you guys. Bear with me 1 second. I just want to see the topics that was posted in here. Yeah, see, like the last time that room was packed. See, that room was packed. What was it saying? Okay. Okay, so let's pull it up. And any topics, again, you guys, y'all want me to do, please let me know and we can do a live like this. I know sometimes I don't like post like when I'm gonna go live because it's different every time, but just make sure that you are subscribed so that way you'll get notified and all that good stuff. So give me one moment here. Let's see. Let's see. Okay, so this here, shorts and videos. Okay, you guys, I'm just trying to see what were some topics. I know that one person mentioned that she said that she had a new person now, which I think one the person that follows me, and honestly, like, I'm so happy for her. Like, she deserves the best, because I know she had been telling me what had been going on with her and the narcissist. So I was really happy to hear that, she was moving on with her life. And even though the narcissist was still trying to, I guess, distract her or to stop her from moving on, she was able to do that and like continue going forward. So I was really happy to hear that. So, and that's the thing, a narcissist will try to stop you from moving on, because they never really move on from you either, so they're always watching you, stalking you and stuff like that. So, and then you just also have people that are like monitoring you all the time, just for whatever reason. I guess people have their own reasons for monitoring you sometimes, especially if a person does magic. Maybe they're trying to see if their magic is working or something. And then you have other people that are just watching because they're just nosy. And then you have some people that are watching you because maybe they admire you. Something like that. So, you got those monitoring spirits there. So, you just got to be careful. All right. So let's take a look. But sometimes, you got to be mindful of a monitoring spirit, because sometimes, the monitoring can be kind of, it's a little weird sometimes, right? Because you're like, well, why are you watching me so much? Why are you not watching yourself? Like, it's kind of, it's interesting, I must say. I mean, I must be fascinating or something to some people. Or you may feel that way too. Maybe you may have a lot of people watching you. All right. But I know it is a platform, so And like I said, that was where I was going back to. Like, I guess I just didn't understand the whole hate part, when it came to this field that I do, because I was thinking like, well, I'm helping people. Like, you get what I'm saying? I'm helping people break free of toxic relationships and toxic narcissists. And obviously, the narcissist is going to hate you because the narcissist doesn't want to be found out. But I never thought, I'm like, wow, like, people really hate, like, and somebody is trying to help someone break free from them. That's, to me, I'm like, that's crazy. Like, you would want to, like, I would, if I was a person that was in that type of situation, I would want someone to help me. Like, you get what I'm saying? Like, but of course, if it's a narc, they don't want you to know like what they're doing, That's the whole point. So it's just like, oh, okay. So let's take a look here. What else? Let's see what we got here. Let's see. Somebody said, okay. But yeah, that's basically it, you guys. We're gonna do another video. Like I said, the whole March Madness is here. So you know how the narcissist is always lurking and watching, right? Always plotting and doing crazy stuff and magic and everything. So and just be mindful. And that's the thing. This is why I always say it's really important to, always, you gotta really do things that make sense, right? Because you don't want to be like a narcissist. They'll do stuff over and over again and they'll expect a different result. So that's the definition of insanity. So you don't want to be insane. You want to do things that makes sense, things that is going to help you in the future. You never want to do anything that's going to harm anybody, because remember, that does come back to you tenfold. So, if you ever going to do anything, just make sure that you do it with good intentions, and, you're not asking for anything back, because you don't want to be manipulative. But, and all that good stuff. But always keep God first, of course. Stay close to God, and that's another thing. The more you stay close to God, the more protection you can get, because it doesn't matter what the narcissist is doing, because nobody's more powerful than God. So, you always are gonna win in the end, because you're close to God. The narcissist is not close to God; they're close to evil. Good always wins against evil. So I didn't make it. That's science. That's law. That's the universe. So just make sure you're on the good side of karma. So anyway, I love you guys, and I hope that this video was helpful and insightful. I would love to know what was you guys' biggest takeaway. Don't forget, you guys, do try my sugar scrub. I still have some sugar scrubs available. You guys can get some, like today, you can order some. This is a 9-ounce jar that I have here. I do have some folks that did order some, so shout out to them. Also, make sure that you guys do get copies of my books as well. I'm pretty sure you did see the post lately. I also do have my business cards, so if you want to learn more, you can reach out to me directly. Any way that I can support you. You guys know that I do my readings. I have my courses. Don't forget, build emotional resilience. You can check that out. But these are my business cards. So if you guys want to learn more, you can feel free. Got to cover up the number because you got some crazy folks out there, but they still gonna see it. But yeah. But yes, take a look at that, you guys, and do that. And so you'll definitely see this, like if you purchase a sugar scrub, or if you have one, you'll probably already know. But yes, reach out to me anyway. Like I said, that I can support you on your recovery journey. I'm here for you. I definitely know what it feels like to be in your shoes. I've been there, done that. So I'm grateful, to be honest. I know it's gonna sound crazy, but even though the narcissist, like I said, like my aunt, the male narc, the borderline that I dealt with years ago, those are things I think that shaped me to who I am today. And honestly, I don't regret it. I don't regret it at all. So it shapes you and it molds you, hopefully for the better, right? You don't want to be like a narcissist. When things happen to them, it makes them worse than they have ever been, right? And they never change, they never recover. But you want to make sure that you don't become like that, because when you become a person that's not able to recover, you become mean, bitter, evil, and you're going to be alone, right? And if you're not alone, you become a narc, and then you become codependent, and you have to harm people in order to get stuff. You have to do magic in order to get stuff. You have to talk down and group up with people in order to get stuff, and you have to do stuff desperate. You have to do desperate stuff in order to obtain things that is not that serious. You just call on God for everything. You don't have to manipulate or trick or steal anything from anybody. You don't have to harass and stalk anybody. You get what I'm saying? You can harass and stalk God, because God wants you to get close to him, right? So anyways, I love you guys, and I will see you all in the next video. Take care. Bye, guys.